Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
I feel like I'm getting ready to go into a wrestling match every time I hear that.
Well, you are. We're gonna wrestle about what's going on in the market.
Happy Monday. The market's closed today. You and I are busy working today. Unbelievable. It shows who's showing up for work on a day off.
That's right. That's right. There are no days off. That's for sure.
There are no days off.
Somebody asked me, about being a real estate agent. They said, what's the best thing about the schedule flexibility? I said, well, you get to work half a day. You just have to choose which half of every day you work.
That's right. That's right. Any real estate agent that is on top of their game is a hardworking person. When I hear people say they want to get into real estate because it's got flexible hours, means, oh no, we got another lousy real estate agent.
Yeah. The nice thing is, if I need to take an hour off and go do something, I can go do it. But then I got to make it up at night. So, it is what it is.
But you know what? Most people can do that. Even my salaried employees, if they said, hey, I got to go do something on my house today or take my kid to a teacher conference, they do it. I mean, that's what good employers do. Let's get down to some business. I got some good news for you.
Hit me.
Okay? Other than last Friday, we have had an improvement in the bond market 12 days in a row. We have popped up 120 basis points on the bond market, which is huge. So up on bonds, keep in mind, means down on rates. So
down on rates, right?
Rates have improved in the terms of loan cost, like 120 basis points. That's significant improvement. So that is some really positive news. Again, Friday, I think, was off because today's a holiday. And I think all those rich hedge fund operators are heading to the Hamptons on Friday.
Sure.
They just pop the market up just so they don't have to mess with it.
Right. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. But that's good news, man. That's good news. Because I know so we're really looking at a long time before rates truly come down.
I don't think that it's going to be anytime soon. However, Tom, I don't believe that we are in for a Fed increase on the September 19th and 20th meeting. I think they're going to pause for now. And I think we're probably looking at October. I know October 31st and November 1st is the next Fed meeting after this one. And I am pretty suspect that we probably will see a quarter point at that point, maybe even a half a point, but that's yet to be seen. I just don't see interest rates improving dramatically. However, we're bopping up against a 50-day moving average. If we can pierce that 50-day moving average tomorrow when the market opens, we should be in. Our next ceiling of resistance will be a 100-day moving average. And then we're not that far from a 200-day moving average. If that happens, it could be glory days for us. So we'll wait and see on that. And we'll keep our listeners posted as to what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. So that's great. And I mean, it's really interesting watching how all this is panning out. Inflation is still high, although it's coming down some according to the numbers. Employment is still strong. We're at 4-ish%. Rate, not here in Florida. We're actually even lower in Florida, but nationally we're at like a 4% unemployment rate.
Yeah, if you want to believe that, that's it's your choice. You can believe that if you want to. But,
it's the numbers they're reporting, man. I can only go by the numbers.
You can only go by the reports, right? There's statistics, right? Aren't all statistics accurate? That's what I heard.
I thought they were all lies.
I think they're all lies. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they are. Right. So other things, even though there was some issues and people experienced some damage from Hurricane Idalia, I think that for the most part, at least in Central Florida, we got away with minimal damage.
In Central Florida, we dodged a bullet. We definitely dodged a bullet.
But I will tell you, because a lot of our listeners are up and down the coast, and they did have some surges, and If you are under contract to purchase a home or in the middle of a refinance right now, and your appraisal was already completed prior to the storm, you will be required to have a follow-up reinspection by the appraiser to make sure your house has not been
Has
affected.
not been
And
changed. Yeah.
just be aware of that. Some people could be delayed in closing. Insurance was stopped for a couple of days there, back in action now, waiting for the next storm. But usually when a storm is within anywhere between 5 and 200 miles off coast, they're going to freeze up and not bind any policies.
Yeah, yeah. I think based on what happened last week, I think I've got a new policy for myself that if we're in hurricane season, you're binding insurance 30 days out.
Yeah. So, well, and that's a smart policy to have. Now, I want to switch gears because I know that you were in the service, and I want to thank you. We got 9/11 coming up, and this is a time I believe when after 9/11, I think our country was more united and more patriotic than any time in my entire lifetime. And I'd love to see that happen again, Tom. But I want to mention something about 9/11 because, you know, we can't forget that moment. And I think that that's helps to unite this country. But I am going to be, I'm on the chair, I'm a chairperson for VA Rep, which is Veteran Associations of Real Estate Professionals. And we are having a fundraiser, silent auction, amazing auction items. And 50/50s and some raffles with some really great things for you to purchase. Now, here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to raise $30,000 for suicide prevention. You know that 22 veterans commit suicide every day in the United States, Tom?
That's
It's
sad.
absolutely horrible. And look at for $22, you can come out and either donate or do 22 push-ups. If you think you can do 22 or more push-ups and you can get other people to sponsor you, then you can help us raise money for this event. And come out there. I'm giving a day away on my yacht. So I'm going to take somebody out for a day away on my yacht. It's about a $2,000 value. Cost me that much in fuel.
In
Okay.
gas, right? Yeah.
And my buddy's got a 48-foot Viking sport fishing yacht. Unbelievable. He's giving one away. That's about a $2,000 value. And you'll be able to pick these up. But we need people to come, show up, do some push-ups, donate to this cause, purchase some of these items. And here's the thing that I feel for veterans. And I want all of our veterans to hear this that are listening right now, or anybody that knows one. Do you remember during COVID when the market was red hot?
Mm-hmm.
Veterans were completely discriminated against in purchasing property. Why do you think that
Unfortunately.
was?
There's a very common misconception, and it's reinforced often by real estate agents and sellers that VA loans are harder to get approved, the inspections are rougher and tougher, and that the appraisals always come in low. Those
Okay.
are the three things that I hear all the
You
time.
are 100% right. So having whether that is true or not, because I can tell you it's easier for me to get a veteran approved than a conventional loan. The
Mhm.
guidelines are more relaxed. You can go
Yep.
no money down. I don't have credit score requirements. You can have a debt ratio of 60%. You can't do any of that on a conventional loan. So it
Right.
is a misnomer. However, it's reality when the seller is in control of selecting who gets to buy the property. And so
Yeah.
who do they choose?
Yeah, they go with everybody thinks conventional's the best, and that's the only way to go, or cash, of course. But you
Conventional
know,
or cash. So
yeah,
they want you to put 20% down when the
yep,
market improves. But right now, veterans have an advantage because they can get into a property right now. And I want to help more of them because as soon as interest rates drop, they're not going to be even in contention to purchase a home.
right,
So having said that, buy now, and you're then eligible after 241 days for a VA streamline refinance. They're called EARLs. So and then I'm expecting that it's going to be about that time that we start to see interest rates settle back down, probably closer to 360 to maybe even 18 months before interest rates really get back into the high 4s and low 5s. But buy now, because when they drop, you won't even be selected as a veteran. And I
Yeah.
want to help. Listen, my event is on September the 19th from 6 to 9 at a restaurant called Fredster's in Maitland. I want everyone to listen to this. If you want to help veterans, this is the time to step in and do it. Whether you throw money at it, throw $22 at it, throw $2,200 at it, throw $22,000 at it, but you are doing more to help people that are struggling with suicide. And I'm telling you, you don't hear enough about it, but it is a epidemic, and it's a systemic problem in our military because they don't do enough to help our veterans post coming back. And it doesn't always happen, Tom, just from people that were deployed in active duty. It doesn't just happen with them. So it's a major problem, and I really want you guys out there listening to help join and help us solve this problem, or at least put a dent in it.
Bruce, that's awesome. I really love that you're giving back to the community like that. Go ahead and when we get off of this, share that information with me. I'll
I'll
make
have a
sure to stick
flyer
it.
attached that we can put an attachment to it. Okay.
I will include it all when we post this out on social media, and you'll hopefully we'll drive some money your way.
Yep, I would like that very much. I'd like that very much to help a lot of people that really need it. So listen, I got to run. It is a holiday. I've got a few more business calls to make today, and then I'm going to hop back on my boat for the rest of the day. And tomorrow, let's keep our fingers crossed that we see another improvement in the market today so we can pierce that 50-day moving average.
That'd be
You have a
awesome,
great
man.
weekend, Tom.
You as
Or have
well.
a great week, I
Have
should
a great
say.
week. Yeah, yeah. Talk to you later.